1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Looking. What's up, y'all? Thank you. Well, first off, thank you for clicking on the video. Second off, welcome to probably the first installment of either the how-to series or the beat breakdown. More likely how-to. I'm going to show you how to make a hip-hop / R&B beat, and I feel like this is a perfect little beat for like Drake, Tory Lanez, Bryon Tiller. Not just those three people, but just the genre of music that they are primarily a part of. And I'm just going to pretty much break down everything I did, why I chose to do what I do. And also, once you finish saucing it up, just copy and paste. Never be scared to copy and paste. Y'all have to remember beats are repetitive. The main thing that adds intricacy to beats is a vocal presence. So simplicity and repetitiveness will get you far. I'm not saying don't make like symphonies. Trust me, I have symphonies too. Like, just stick to the channel, you will see them. But if you're making a beat for the purpose of an artist to be on, you just gotta step out the box and look at it that way. I have a bunch of songs on Spotify I want to put out too. Please hit that subscribe, like button, hit that notification bell too. We're here. I'm gonna be here till I can't make a beat no more. So this the way I'm sitting, cycling through some sounds. Like, don't worry about all that. For this beat, I was primarily just trying to stick with a minimal sound bake, just a clap, little bounce percussion, kick, hi-hats, your melody, counter melody. I was just trying to just stick with just the minimal. I'm always down with like beats with 100 sounds. I'm also down with beats with just 5. I'm just trying to approach a more minimalistic viewing on my beats, since I'm trying to get more artists, because the artist itself is an instrument too, so not all artists want to be on a beat with like 20 plus sounds. It just sounds real cluttered. But I forgot the bro's name, but if I remember it, I'm gonna put it in the video. But I was watching his video, and he gave me the idea of just always just whenever you make a beat, just minimalistic, not sounds, but just don't overcrowd everything, if that makes sense. So you just start off with like 5 sounds and just build off of it and use arrangement and whatnot. Watch me enough, you'll have the keys and the secret codes to everything. I don't care what beat you making, your end goal. You should always start with like a piano roll, just because it just helps translate is whatever melody you have in your head. Or if you do what I do, you just like to throw random keys up there and just like find like the song groove and just make random sounds work because it just sounds cool to you. I mean, by all means do that. At the end of the day, you're making music for either yourself and or your own enjoyment. Unless, you get paid to specifically make music you don't like for somebody, then get the bag. But right here, I'm just messing around with different chords, trying to find a chord progression. I'm going to skip ahead to the point where I actually find like the full chord progression, but it's real simple. And I can also show you how to finesse and get the most out of basic chords to make your song sound a lot fuller and more unique, if you're interested in that too. Okay, at this point, I pretty much got my chord progression down, and now I'm just trying to get the bass line going. I was trying a bunch of little different keys out, but my bad. I always smack my microphone, y'all. This is the first voiceover I ever did, so work with your boy. But at this point, I was trying out different keys. Also, I'm always in D minor. I just love the D minor and D major. My next beat I made is in G major. I think it was the first ever G major or minor beat I made. And it came out pretty good too. But yeah, when you're arranging your keys, don't be scared to just throw a key on there. I mean, it could sound ugly, but you can literally move it around 2 times and define the right note, I guess. Don't overthink the music production. It's easy. Now that we got this together, I'm gonna move ahead to the point where I start working on the top melody. Now I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm still wishy-washy in my top melodies, but I feel like that's a strong. I don't want to say issue, but a lot of producers have problems, or not problems. A lot of producers struggle to make a top melody versus your chord progression and your bass line. Because if you have a really good chord progression, you already have a bass line because your chord progression builds your bass line from within itself. But the top melody it's real intricate, and it takes work. So if you're struggling with that, don't beat yourself up. I've been producing for almost, I think, 4 years now. Or no, 3-4 years. I'm still working on it. It's a marathon. We always gonna be working on it. Even top producers and world class record labels still working on it. It's a process. I always like to start with the claps. The claps is snare. They'll just get the rhythm, is just the overall groove of the beat down, in my opinion. Some people like to start with the kick. Some people like to start with. I cannot stress this enough. Yes, it sounds muddy, but as you're making a beat, do not sit there and mix it. Do that afterwards. Get all your ideas out. Then once you got all your ideas out in your DAW, in your battlefield, on your plate, then go through and nitpick it. Because if you sit there and nitpick every single sound, you're literally gonna be making a beat for a month. It's gonna take you 1 month to make one beat. I'm telling you this from my own experience. You don't have to listen. This is what I'm saying. How I have it now, it can be done. It's just whatever you want to do to it. This is the first video, so bear with your boy. Let me know down in the comments what I can improve on. Help me help you. I'm just trying to share my little knowledge with music production and just what I did/do in my beats. So hey, we all can learn something new, help each other out. And I know for certain I am never doing a voiceover like this again. Jeez, all of my next voiceovers, besides my next beat, because I already did that one too, live voiceover, yo. Live voiceover. All I used on the hi-hats is Fruity Flangus and Soundgodizer on the final. On the kick, Fruity Soft Clipper, Fruity Parametric EQ, and again Soundgodizer. And the melody has Fruity Reverb, Fruity Reverb 2, Fruity Delay 3, Soundgodizer. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go over it in the video too, but if not, that's just what I use basically. And you can truly just mess with those and get beautiful sounds out of nothing. So I highly recommend just whenever you can, just mess around with it. Yeah, don't be scared to break your DAW. It's just sound shit. Who cares? Quiz alert. Look at. So remember, y'all probably asking me how I got this bass line. When you make your bass line with the FL keys in the very beginning, you just copy your bass line into the 808 pattern. Then the keys will just play in the 808. that's not a beginning technique. That's a pretty simple technique. I would say that's an intermediate little technique. But let's get to the arrangement. Once again, I have a whole beginner beat series. Like to really delve and get into all this. I don't want this video too long. But that video I can really take my time. And it can be an hour long if y'all wanted it to be. Just so I can really tell y'all everything that I know at least. First things first, right click your patterns, go to split by channel. That's how you get all your audio from the one playlist split up individually. So now we're going into our arrangement. What I like to do, I like to have about like a 4-bar intro. This song different, so this song gonna have a nice little 8-bar intro. When it comes down to arrangement, you can really arrange your song however you like. If you have a favorite artist in mind, watch their songs because there's a pattern. All artists' songs, that's how they stay in your head. There's a formula for it. They all sound the same relatively. That's why usually when the artists make a song off the wall, you don't like it because it's not a part of their formula. But just mess around with arrangement. It's simple. Then what I like to do, I just click and drag everything just to bring it in for, I guess the quote unquote drop. And from there, you can just close out, I said close out. You can just delete tracks, sounds, whatever you want to call them. You just delete them, add as you go. I'm gonna go a little bit further in the arrangement. Show y'all what I arranged. No joke, a legit 2 hours went by, and this is my arrangement. I was back and forth from my computer. I had to eat, got distracted with some videos, but that don't matter. This is the arrangement that I not came up with, but started going with. As you can see, I go from top down. On the top is my top melody. Then below that is my chord progression. Then we got the percussion. And arcade is arcade. And what I like to do, I just try to make more sounds than the sounds I already have. So as everything's playing, just take out some sounds, cut up some sounds, move sounds around. That's what arrangement is. Once again, I'll get more into that in my breakdown video. Not breakdown, in my how to make a beat video. Because I don't want this video too long. I'm just trying to explain how I made this beat, how to make this hip-hop R&B beat by, your boy. And also, at this point in time, I was like, dang, arcade fire. So I was like, I wonder if I can just get one more little sound out of arcade. To add little some to the beat, little. So let's hop back into arcade and see what I figured out. Open that up real quick, young boy. But this is what I decided on. I just wanted a little ambiance, and I was like, this is perfect. It's not too much, not too little. Just for the intro, the bridge, and the outro. And it's dope too, because you literally just push like one key. So this is a really cool VST. It's probably one of the best VSTs I've downloaded in a while. And I've downloaded a lot of VSTs. Like when I do my beat breakdowns on my old computer, I'm gonna show you how many VSTs I have. So I have a lot. Y'all probably like, why you get rid of all those VSTs? Because I like to challenge myself. Like every once in a while, you should just get rid of all your stuff and just start over. It forces you to choose new sounds because you don't think about it, but you get comfortable with certain sounds and you tend to always go back to them. Just watch, delete some sounds or just get a different computer. You will see improvement. I bet you. Promise. I'm just messing with the little effects of arcade, just trying to see if I can make it sound any different from within the VST. But I normally do all my sound design and sound manipulation just in FL with the FL plugins. With this, yeah, you just extend it as long as you want it to play. Then depending on how long it extends, it just changes as if it's a sample. And you can chop it up too. You just turn it into an actual audio. We'll convert it to an actual audio. I can actually show y'all how to do that really quick. Once your piano MIDI is long enough to your standards, just go to your pattern picker, right click the sound, then click quickly render as audio file. It will either pop up below or take you to the menu. Then from there, you just click and drag underneath. It's already the same length as everything. Delete. Then what this will allow you to do, the audio file can be manipulated way easier and much more than the piano MIDI note, so to speak. So you can get more dynamic sounds out of the sound file versus the MIDI. From here, I'm just going to do the final arrangement, final mixing, and then I'm going to just show the final product. Thank you to everyone who's stayed this long and watched the video. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate if you smash that like button. A lot goes into making these videos, but I do it for you guys and me because I like them. It shows what I did. It's like my little timestamp on my little musical journey and my little creative life. So hit that subscribe button if you want to come along with me. I'll really appreciate it, and see what all my wacky little life has to offer. Thank y'all, and let me know what y'all think of the beat. Let's get right to it.